Thank you, everybody, for joining us back here at electroCore's channel. We're sitting here once again with Chief Executive Officer and Director at electroCore, Dan Goldberger. And Dan, you guys just published something in the Brain Stimulation Journal titled Transcutaneous Cervical Vagus Nerve Stimulation Reduces Behavioral and Physiological Manifestations of Withdrawal in Patients with Opioid Use Disorder, a double-blind, randomized, sham-controlled pilot study. So, Dan, this is a mouthful, but there's a lot of really good information in here. So how are you doing, and are you ready to get into it?
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Really appreciate the opportunity, and we're super excited about this. I happened to, this was published just a few days ago on August 27th. I had the good fortune to have dinner with a couple of the primary authors, Dr. Bremner and Dr. Enan, just last week in Atlanta. This work has been sponsored by NIDA, the National Institute of Drug Abuse. It's being performed at the Atlanta VA hospital system. Dr. Bremner is at Emory. He's a psychiatrist, very, very well respected. Dr. Enan is similarly is at Georgia Tech. So these are all tier 1 partners that we have doing this work. And just boiling it down to the fundamentals, the folks are having a lot of success using our gammaCore Sapphire device. I've got my personal one in my hand. Same device is being used, but in this case, we're treating those very, very uncomfortable symptoms of withdrawing from opioid addiction. And you know very well that in this country, there's an epidemic of overdoses. It's a national tragedy how opioids have been mishandled, and we have a very simple therapy that is going to help run-of-the-mill folks wean themselves off of opioids and really manage those incredibly uncomfortable symptoms that kick in when they try to move themselves off of opioids. It's super exciting work, and not only are the academics excited about it, but the government agencies, National Institute of Drug Abuse, the FDA, are all really helping us to move this work forward.
Yeah. A couple things stick out to me when I look at this. First off, as you had said, the affiliated people involved with this, Georgia Tech, Emory University, the National Institute of Drug Abuse, and plenty more. And it's definitely good that there are those people on board, because this is a problem that's plaguing, not only the U.S., but all of North America and pretty much all of the world in some way, shape, or form. So we could really use anything in the toolkit to help people out with this. So we'll have a link to this journal below for all you guys to be able to read and let us know your thoughts on it. But Dan, can you give us a bit of the 411 of what they found here?
Yeah, so what they found was reduced cravings, reduced anxiety, all of the discomfort associated with withdrawal symptoms. The shakes, the anxiety, the pains, all of those symptoms were reduced in a statistically significant way, and the patients just felt better. They use these scores, the SAWS scores, I think it's called, to assess the patient's well-being, how they feel about themselves. There's something else called the SUDS, which is the subjective units of distress scale, that was dramatically reduced, and pain was measured using something called the numerical rating scale. So, this is all hard work to do, because you can imagine that addicts who are recovering from opioid use are going through so many challenging issues. It's a difficult study to enroll and follow through on, and we're thrilled at the results that are being published.
Perfect. Well, like I said, everybody, please don't be afraid to check out the study itself on the link below and let us know your guys' thoughts and report back with any questions you guys have. Don't be shy. Dan, is there anything else you want to add before we go today?
Yeah, a couple things. Behind my head, the yellow writing says cluster season. Our therapy is not only FDA cleared for treating cluster headache, but we're entering cluster headache season here as we move from August into September and into the fall months. And that's always a good time for our little business. And if I didn't mention it, the ticker is ECOR.
Perfect. Well, Dan, thank you so much for your insight today. Everybody, thank you for watching. We'll have more content for you soon. And of course, Dan, have a wonderful day.
Happy Labor Day to everybody.